Welcome in, folks. We got Finland B against India. This is a best-of-5 semifinals of the Silver League. And, well, we've followed this Finland journey a lot on this channel. I think I've cast Finland like 3 or 4 times. I have yet to cast India A, and we are in the semifinals, so I'm expecting big things here from them. They've had a bunch of good results so far. Anyway, let's start off with the team in the even colors, and it's going to be Finland B. We have Ant-Man playing over here as the Magyars. Let's take the chat away immediately so it doesn't confuse people. There we go. And Ant-Man is going to be in this corner over here. He's also identified another pond to go to. Lots of shorefish in this one. That's a big old pond. Like, you could fish boom in there. It's 2 ponds joined together, which is not something you see very often. To the north of him, you will have Hellraiser from the other team, and Hellraiser is going to be playing as the Hindustanis. Good. We got one of the Indian civs already being mixed in here for the home team, I guess we would call them. And Hellraiser is going to be the only player nearby to Ant-Man other than Dragonstar, who's playing as the Mongols. And Dragonstar will be taking advantage of the hunt. So usually on African Clearing, it's a nomad start. You want to go on the fishing ships. Or not fishing ships, the fish, shorefish. He's playing as the Mongols, and Mongol hunt gather rate is slightly faster than the shorefish. So Dragonstar could have a really, really good uptime here if he wants to go for scouts or something like that. Over to the side of Dragonstar is Amalius playing as the Chinese, and he's going to kind of be in the corner here. Really good scouting for him, and I think Team Finland have fantastic scouting so far. Yes, they do. However, Chinese will be right beside Stackers playing as the Saracens. So Stackers, I think his job will probably be to take out this Chinese player because Chinese eco can be so strong on this map. They get those extra villagers. You can see he's already up at 17. So is our Mayans player. Get those extra villagers when they complete the TC, and they can keep the TC running because there's so much food on this map. In the far, far corner is Doomster, and Doomster is just all alone here. Doomster is playing as the Burmese. Unfortunately for Doomster, Burmese isn't really the civ you're going to want to boom up with. He could go into Erembai, and he's got a stone nearby, so that's probably the play for him, and then he can use the mobility of the Erembai to try and raid the Finnish teams. We'll see what happens there. Muli, been a super solid player for Finland B. Super solid player. And he's playing as the Mayans, and he's off to a fantastic start. Mayans are great on this map. You get the extra villager when you complete the TC. All your resources last longer, so all of these rhinos and goats and zebra and everything and fish you're taking in are going to give you a little bit of extra food, and you can boom into that Eldorado Eagle spam, which we saw from Slam, which was so, so powerful. It's interesting that he has made a woodline over here, too. So he's made a woodline with his ally, Sunset, the final player in the game here, playing as Vietnamese. And I guess Sunset has the job of kind of protecting this woodline from Muli. That's interesting. Also, Vietnamese on this map, you know where all the TCs are, right? You can see a TC over here. See a TC over here. You see the TC here already, and you know this is so important that Amalius now knows he's right beside the Saracens player. Very, very good stuff. Let's take a look at the scouting for India. India does not know about this stuff. They might suspect that there's something down here, but they do not know that there's a player there. They know there's a house over here, so it's likely a TC from Ant-Man. But other than that, okay, they've seen something over here. So they know where Muli is. They know where Ant-Man is. And they also know where the players aren't, so they can suspect that there's something down here, and there's the goat already heading this way to try and find it. Feudal Age is in for a bunch of players. We see the scouts coming out here for Dragonstar, and Dragonstar is sending the scouts this way. He saw that house from Ant-Man, and he's going to take a look over on this side and try and find some damage. Is there a treaty? No. There's rules in the tournament for not, like, laming villagers and attacking them. Oh, man. Why do you have this villager here? Dragonstar, does he notice it? 6 HP? Doesn't want to go in for it. Doesn't want to go in for it. Maybe he's waiting for the right time. Maybe waiting for a second scout to dive on that. Don't know if he saw or not. So there's rules around that as yellow now comes for a forward tower, which Dragonstar cannot see. Dragonstar scouting around. He's got that Mongol line of sight for his scout, and he's going to see the tower. He's going to see the tower. Immediate counter tower from Dragonstar. I don't think he's going to lose any villagers here. The tower will go up first from yellow, but I think Dragonstar is going to have enough time to complete his and garrison the vills. Maybe he might lose one. He's been in these situations before. Still no fletching for him. Oh, no. He's trying to save the vills. There's only so much room to run. He does lose one. But that's a pretty good response from him. He just needs to garrison the vills. Looks like he's busy over on this side, and he does. He's going to be fighting this back, and he kills the scout already from Ant-Man. Not a terrible response there from Dragonstar to the forward tower shenanigans. Meanwhile, on the other side, Amalius pushing forward. He's got double range against one range from our Saracens player, and Stackers is having an issue. He has managed to get these houses down. He's going for another range of his own. He's building up archers behind, but the Chinese eco is going to be better than the Saracens right now, and Stackers has to make sure he doesn't lose these vills. That's a clever gate, though. Like, that was a very clever gate from him. Look, he's out of the range of the archers. That is some Tetris shit right there from Stackers. Looks like Hellraiser came in towards Ant-Man. Hellraiser came in towards Ant-Man, had a big fight. Did Yellow lose anything? 6 villagers down! Ant-Man! 6 villagers down here, folks. The tower got cleared up from Ant-Man, and I guess Hellraiser did some serious damage when we were paying attention to the stuff from Dragonstar. And the tower villagers probably died on the other side. Meanwhile, Muli is already in the castle age, and he's going for a castle. So he's going to be going plumed archers. We also have a castle here from Doomster. The plumed archers will not be out in time to deny this castle from Doomster, and wisely, stone walling on this side. Needs to make sure this is stone wall as well, though. Or, sorry, palisade walling. Needs to make sure that's plugged, that little gap there. And also, I think there might be a hole in the center. I think there might be a hole here, too, buddy. Probably want to deal with that. Over here, Sunset is not clicked up yet. Sunset is going scouts, and Sunset is now applying pressure to Dragonstar over on this side. How's it going over here for Stackers? He's forced to go into skirms, which is an awful feeling in a team game situation. He's queuing up 6 more skirms. This is not good. I think he should unqueue these now, because Sunset has scouts looping around, and if Dragonstar ever loses track of those and they get to meet up with Amalius, his army could die. It's actually going for another archer range. Wow. Stackers is forever feudal. Dragonstar is going to have to figure out how to deal with this stuff. Archers behind the scouts here. He'd be fine against just the scouts. But with the archers here, it's going to be a serious problem. He needs to abandon this position. And he doesn't have any stone to go for a tower. He's already made it on the wood line. He needs help from Stackers. Where's the army? Where's the army from Stackers? It's in the back. It's in the back, but it's only skirms, dude. It's only... This is why you don't go skirms as well. He's got a few archers in there, and Purple's going to run away and lose a couple villagers. But look at this situation that Dragonstar has found himself in. Still. Stackers realizing he needs to come over, and now Stackers... Oh, it's only skirms. It's only skirms. It's only skirms. Oh, he's just going to bypass, and that's the correct decision here from Green. It's a correct decision. He takes a lot of damage, but he's finally met up with the scouts from Dragonstar. He made some mistakes with his army comp, adding in so many skirms early, but he's finally gotten over to Dragonstar's base. Ever since adding those skirms, he's done pretty good with them. He's done good with what he's had. So he's trying to micro down the spears now. Dragonstar hops all over these archers over here. Green will lose his army. Malleus, with some good movement, will meet up all of his archers. What rating is Stacker's 1v1? He's like 1960. As the Erembi now come over to clear up these plumed archers. Good stuff with the Erembi so far from Doomster. Muli is queuing up plumed archers, right? He's at 10 plumed archers right now as Teal now makes his way to the Castle H. Hellraiser. We haven't seen much from Hellraiser. I mean, he's just kind of been wandering around, poking away at Ant-Man over on this side. Did he kill anything else? Oh, Ant-Man's lost 11 villagers. Oh, wow. Never mind. We haven't seen much from Hellraiser, but he's been putting in work. Sorry, guys. It's kind of hard for me to keep track of everything on these 4v4s. I would love to show you every single villager kill, but not really possible. And he's transitioning into Cav Archers now as Ant-Man comes back to try and get some value of his own. Stackers still looking for damage. India is still ahead on villagers right now. They've killed a lot of villagers from Ant-Man. That's a big reason. But the archer mass here from our Chinese player is ridiculous. He's got 25 archers, and he's just reached the castle age. Stackers realizes he's like, I need to get rid of some of these numbers. And he's going to take a decent fight. He's going to take a pretty good fight to get rid of some of them. Big fight over here, and look at this. Oh my god, he had 25 archers. He had 25 archers. Doomster takes an engagement against him over on this side. The archer numbers are falling. The scouts and knights now hitting away at Hellraiser, as Hellraiser needs to abandon his gold, and that's going to be rough if he wants to make the transition into Cav Archers. Sunset raiding all over him. Forward castle now here from Doomster as well, as he continues to take the hunt. And, oh no, Mully is all over the wood line from Stackers. Stackers is at 32 vills, and the vills, they're pathing. Get through the trees. He's trying to clear this up, but he requires more assistance from Doomster. And Doomster is here. Doomster has been everywhere with these Erembi, hasn't he? Like, he's been exactly where they needed him to be. Camels being added. Cav Archers are here. I think Hellraiser should be fine on this side. Dragonstar is now on the way to Castle H. And I don't think these plumes can get out. I think the Erembi will be fine against this. Muli is just trying to get as much value as possible, but great clear up again from Doomster. Doomster's been really impressive here with the Erembi. He came over here. He helped early. He's helped Green a couple times this game. He's limited the crossbow numbers from Amalius. Imagine if Amalius had like 30 plus crossbows right now. It'd be so brutal for Team India. However, Sunset and Muli been doing well themselves. Sunset has 3 TCs, and he's still pressuring this area from Hellraiser. A lot of those Cav are weak. A lot of these Cav are weak. I think Hellraiser is waiting for just a few more Cav Archers, but look at this from Muli. He's in on the wood line. His ally is running cover for him, and he's killing the villagers back here. And the camels go down. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Hellraiser's in a terrible position. Plume's now pushing up on this side. Muli has done work. How many kills does Muli have? How many eco kills? 25 villager kills for him. Erembi now clearing up some more units over here. Take a look at the total KD. It's looking pretty good for Doomster, but it's looking great for Amalius as well. And Muli, as he goes for a castle over here. Doomster and Muli goes for a castle over here to range the TC from Doomster. Castle now here from Hellraiser, and Hellraiser is at 32 villagers. Oh my god. Hellraiser now requires the assistance of Doomster. Doomster has just been wandering around, putting out fires for his entire team with these Erenbai, and they need to be careful. This castle foundation is going to go down. He deletes it. Doomster, castle on the forward gold there for Muli. Muli is going up to the Imperial Age. Oh my god, what a fantastic game from him. He's going to have double castle to tread down the castles here from Gray. Meanwhile, back here, Green finding some value. He's in feudal age, guys. He's in feudal, but he doesn't care. He's killing a lot of villagers here from purple, but still, he's at 40 villagers and purple's at 58 and in the next stage. As Doomster continues to just micro down these knights. He's got to be focused at so many places at once. Imperial Age will be coming in for Muli before Green even gets to Castle Age. And Green is not even close to Castle Age. Dragonstar now going for more TCs. He's just trying to get his eco up and rolling. As Green now tries to take out these crossbows with his archers. He's going to kill a few. He's going to get a few. Knight's still raiding in the middle of Dragonstar's base. Looks like Teal has finally put out the fires, or Doomster has put out the fires for him, but he's only got 5 cav archers. And there's still knights here from Sunset, and Sunset is at 82 vills. Those famous Vietnamese knights, you know? Okay. Plumed archers roaming around. Imperial Age comes in, and that's the worst nightmare for Green, because he's like finally in a position to maybe start thinking about Castle Age, maybe, but now he's been kicked off his wood line with the plumes, and purple's here again, and he's just saying, guys, are we doing anything here? Doomster's saying, yeah, I'm killing vills this entire game. So he's over here with the Erenbai once more. But now Doomster is going to lose his castles against these trips from Muli. It's a really good position. Doomster has a lot of Erenbai, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Dragonstar, the best player on the Indian team, is just getting his eco in order so he can actually spam units. And now Green is going to likely lose his town center. Oh, that's... Oh! He has nowhere else to go, guys. He has nowhere else to go. Don't judge him. He can't go this way. The plumes were there before. Purple's over here. There's nowhere else to go. He might lose his TC before he can get to Castle Age. And if you're in Purple's position, you're like, oh, what is this? Oh, I feel so bad for Stackers. He made mistakes early, but right now there's really nothing he can do. He's in feudal age. Two more TCs being added from our Chinese player. He's trying to, you know what? He's trying to do as much damage as he can. He's got archers in the back being annoying. Erenbai coming in for this Treb. He needs to snipe that Treb. He does, but the GG is called and Finland B take that game. I mean, just a few things, right? Like, Stackers going skirm there, kind of... Well... He would have been in a better position if he didn't go skirm. He would have for sure. He could have just hung out here in purple space and killed a lot. Also, Teal going into cav archers. Not sure about it. And Dragonstar kind of getting hit early by all of this stuff. It was just a snowball effect on this side, right? Also, I think the civs were better for Finland, for sure. Chinese and Mayans on the same team. Really, really strong. Why is Finland so good at AoE? I don't know. And Dragon Star, I think an important thing too, like Dragon Star, their best player, the guy who's gonna, if anyone's gonna carry India to a win here, it's gonna be Dragon Star. He was basically taken out really, really fast by Ant-Man and Amalius, and I think Sunset was over there too. So he couldn't really contribute. Nice attempt though from Doomster. He was everywhere with those Aaron by, but because he needed to be everywhere, Muli could focus on getting to Imperial Age, raiding the Vills with his plumes, and Muli played super strong. He's been the best player for this Finland B team that I've seen throughout this tournament so far. Manson, thank you for the 19 months, bro. Bean Count, thank you for the 5. Cultivated Meat, thank you for the gift sub to Yuppe. And 1-0 Finland B. They were my favorites coming in here. India is the higher seed because they came down from the Gold League and have been doing very well. Yeah, we're not doing that, Math Boy. Sorry. Can't sneak that one through. Okay, civs used. Hindustanis, loss. Mongols, loss. Oh, those are two really good civs there. Burmese, loss. And then Saracens, loss. And then on the other side for Finland B, they use Mayans. It's a great civ. Chinese, two really early civ picks there. Vietnamese, and then Magners. Who is Yuppe and Finland B? Well, it's Yuppe. He's coming in. Yuppe is making an appearance, so we might. And every time he makes an appearance, we see some like outrageous lame. So he's coming. Should I go to his house and disturb his gaming? He's living next door. Oh, we have the next door neighbor. The Muli? Oh man. Indians in chat like, yes. Is that even a question? What's his name in the game? His name is Yuppe. And he's being put in. He didn't play the first game. And he's playing Goss. Oh my, we're going on to, oh, India. If you're a fan of the team and you're emotionally attached to whatever player is against Yuppe here, okay? Just remember, just no judgment, okay? Anything goes. We're allowed to lame, okay? It's technically in the rule book, okay? Just remember that. Just remember that. All right, because things are gonna get a little crazy here. Finland fans are just rubbing their hands together right now. Like, let's see what Yuppe can cook up here with the Goss. He's like Ruben Stock Jr. Oh, he's gonna be mortified if he hears me say that. If he comes back in the VOD. I'll be right back. We got 30 seconds. More notable game move is Yupeler. Oh, when he lost 3 villagers to a boar. Or the boars. I remember that. Was it 4? It might have even been 4 villagers. Okay. Loading in. Loading in. We're waiting. How many vills did he lose on that? 4. He lost 4 villagers to boars at one time. It's a famous clip. It's going to be Arabia here, folks. It is going to be Arabia, and I think all of these Indian players are Arabia guys, right? I'm pretty sure. So maybe it's going to be good for him, but we're going to have to look on this flank up north here. I'm going to quickly do the introductions because Yupe will be coming forward to lane. Yupe playing as Goss. He will be against Doomster as the Bulgarians. So that's actually not a terrible Civ matchup here for Doomster. And Doomster is coming forward with his scout. He's going to be looking for this villager or looking for resources from Yupe. On the other side, we're going to have Muli playing as the Tatars, and he will be matching up against Dragonstar with the Ethiopians. And Dragonstar actually has a fantastic map here. Oh my god, everything at the back. Really, really good stuff for him. Muli has the forward gold. It's a bit of a rough map for him. In the pocket positions, we have Ant-Man playing as Sicilians with an open map at the front. That's unfortunate. And then Amalius with a good team wallable map here with the Huns. The pocket positions for India, Khmer for Hellraiser, great map. He can wall off at the front here, back gold, back berries. And then Stackers with the Franks, kind of an open map of his own. But let's look over here because Yupe is coming forward. Doomster, though, sent his scout forward, and he's taking the goats from Yupe. So previously, Vodka got like 5 of his goats lamed. He managed to get in the boar, but Doomster has pulled in the boar before Yupe could lame it. He's getting the goats back, and he's going for loom right now. And Yupe just walking around with 1 goat from Doomster's eco. So far, really, really good from Doomster. And he's going to have loom to engage against this. It's a very good response so far. Doomster played really well last game. And Yupe not able to get away with all of his stuff that he's usually going for here with the Goss. Which one is Vodka? Vodka's not here. I'm just, for anyone that saw the Finland B versus Italy game, they know how much Yupe lamed with the Goss against Vodka. And now Yupe bringing the scout over to help out. Doomster is here with more HP on his scout and more HP on his villager, though. And he's luring in this other boar before Yupe can lame it. Yupe finds those goats. He might decide to just kill them with the villager. No, he's going to take them back. He's going to try and block the Vil from Doomster here with the goat. And bring them back at the same time. Doomster finding one of those goats, though. He wants to prevent these goats from being taken back. This is, this is a lot of focus from these guys. As Doomster now brings the scout back to try and kill the Vil. And Yupe didn't kill the goat. Now he's found the goat. Now he's killed the goat. And he's going to lose the Vil. Excellent response. Doomster. He did so well against this. Yupe now coming forward with the villager. Can you show idle TC, please? Yep. 27 seconds for Yupe. 1 second for Doomster. And now he's... Oh, no. Doomster. 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 Hang on. Hang on a second. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, dude. Hang on, bro. What are we doing here? What is this? What is this? Oh, no. Okay, he's coming forward to lame everything? Like, what? Why? Why are we sending 6 villagers forward? I don't understand. What is the plan here? He was doing so well. He did so well. And now he sent 6 villagers into this. Muli on the way up. Everyone else in the game on the way up other than Yupe. And Yupe was not hit so hard by the early villager he sent forward that Doomster can justify sending 6 villagers here to cancel him out. I don't know what he's doing. Yuppie still doesn't have the boar at the back here. Doomster is at the back with villagers. He's going to kill 1 scout. And he's here with the other scouts here from Hellraiser. Yuppie is losing the villager currently. He's so distracted by this. And he's laming the boar now. Doomster is laming the boar from Yuppie. He's not happy. He's sending more. He's going to douche. He's going to douche. Is he douching yellow? I think Doomster might be douching the pocket player, Amalius. Oh my god, bro. This is about to get ridiculous. This is about to get ridiculous. And they don't know these follow-up vills are coming. You can't douche with just 6 vills. However, you can douche with 11. This is about to get crazy. Doomster woke up and chose violence. We thought Yuppie was going to be the one going for some crazy strategies. No, sir. It's Team India. Where on earth is he going? They got to scout the TC, bro. There's a hill here, though. We can't do it. There's a hill here. You got to... He's going to have the TC here, but as soon as Amalius sees all these villagers, he's going to know what's up. And he's going to go for a gate right away. Now he can't get in. Now the villagers are coming over here, maybe. What the fuck? Yuppie even sending villagers over. He's like, bro, I'm here to help. Doomster just wants to delete his TC, bro. He just wants to delete his TC. And Finland is so preoccupied with this. And now the villagers are kind of out here and military is being added in. Like, this is a problem. However, the scouts are here from Hellraiser. And Amalius is now going to lose some vills. Because Amalius is so preoccupied with what's happening here. And now Ant-Man has to wall up. The other pocket has to... My brain is hurting right now. Yuppie also out in the middle of nowhere with villagers. Doomster has just taken Finland B and us for a ride around the map with these 11 villagers. Meanwhile, on the other side, I mean, just standard play from Muli and from Ant-Man, attempting to be standard. Ant-Man will run into some big issues soon, though. With these villagers now knocking away at the front door. Yuppie is on the way to Feudal Age. Doomster, how much idle TC time is he at? Only 30 seconds of idle TC time with all of this. So he's at 31 vills. And look at this. He's already walled up his base. Like, he wants to douche, right? Like, he's already walled off his base, dude. He's walled out his TC on the other side. Villagers are coming in. Lots of scouts here from Ant-Man. We got scouts here from Hellraiser, but now there's tons of military, and Doomster only has the villagers, and there's not so much to support it. However, the archers are in on the woodline here from Muli with the scouts to support from Stackers. As India tries to save the villagers from Doomster, he's only got 7 left over. Remember, at one point he had 11. He's trying to fight here. It's very difficult, though. Yuppie is here as well, and he loses all of the forward villagers. Doomster, he needed to make that TC a little bit earlier. Finland B tracked him really well, and he could never find a position to douche. There's a time window on the douche. There is a time window on the TC drop. Is if you don't hit that time window, suddenly your opponent has a ton of army they've been massing up, and they can just hop all over your vills. Who let Doomster cook? I mean, there was some benefit from it for India, right? You can see, like, they're not even that far behind in villagers right now after losing 11. And they've been killing. They have been killing vills. Because everyone was so preoccupied with Doomster's villagers. And now we see 2 more villagers going down here from the Huns. As Hellraiser continues to hit him. However, it's kind of let Yuppie get away with a pretty decent eco over on this side. And Dragonstar now with a lot of archers on the pocket player Ant-Man. I mean, maybe this is just like a Giga Brain play from Doomster. Like, bro, we're going to distract. No, it can't be. He definitely wanted to douche, but unforeseen side effect is he has completely distracted the Finland B team, as Dragonstar has some fantastic micro here, finding whatever value he can. And Stackers is here with the scouts now, and Dragonstar is going to keep these archers alive. Great teamwork here from Stackers and Dragonstar. And the scouts are in again. The scouts are in again here on Amalius. And he's going to lose another villager. And Dragonstar is still hanging out over the gold from Ant-Man. Ant-Man is idling his TC right now. Muli is at 8 archers only. Dragonstar, though, is idling his TC as well, and he's going to click up to the Castle Age. He's going to be up first to the Castle Age. And here he comes. Here comes Doomster again. Here comes Doomster again. But Yupei is coming with archers. Quick! Quick! We need the TC. Quick! Amalius is blocking the TC foundation, bro. The archers are here, but the scouts are here from Hellraiser. Doomster needs to put a TC here. Oh, here would be perfect. Right on the wood line as well. Here would be amazing. Right here. Right here. Right here. Delete it. He's got to delete the TC at home. He's deleted the TC at home. Amalius is now blocking the foundation. Doomster needs to place that foundation. He needs to place that TC foundation. Oh, Amalius is blocking it, though. He just needed to place it there. It's being blocked everywhere. And now he's coming over here to place it. Just place it, bro. Just place it. Just place it. He started building it. He started building it, and the scouts are still here from Hellraiser. India is still with the score lead here, and they have 2 players on the way to Castle Age, and now one of the pockets, the Hunnic pocket from Team Finland B, is going to be taken basically out of the game for the next little period because of this douche. However, Doomster is losing villagers here. He's going to have to hop inside of his TC, which he does. It's a Dark Age TC with no extra HP because he's Bulgarians. And he's got plenty of wood to repair this. More villagers going down over here to the scouts, and suddenly Dragonstar is here? And he's in Castle Age? There's more scouts from Teal? Yellow might be dead. Yellow might be dead. Holy, look at this army. Here from India. Oh my god, bro. These are fully up feudal scouts. And he's going to have to fight for his life with villagers. And the archers are coming around. And he doesn't really have any resources to repair his team. He might be defeated. He legitimately might be defeated. Yellow is down to 28 villagers. He doesn't have any resources to repair his CC. He is now out of wood, and he doesn't have a wood line. And Teal is now chasing his villagers. Lost all the vills over here. Dragonstar is waiting for him to eject. And Dragonstar can dive as soon as his TC is weak enough, and he's diving. And he's going to find all these vills. 23 villagers for yellow, and they're all over here. They are all over here, and here come the knights now from green. They are looking to completely take yellow out of the game. Meanwhile, ooh, lucky he's got vills forward. Doomster's on the run. He's on the run because Yuppe is over here. Now Doomster looking for another douche. And yellow looking just for a home, I suppose. What a wild Arabia game. I've been complaining about like the meta just being stale on this, but holy India. What have you done here? Can you show KD, please? Yep, I can. There's the eco KD right there. Hellraiser was 17 kills. Doomster's lost 21. And Malleus has lost 24. And here's the KD. As we see Dragonstar now with a fantastic position. Hellraiser is over here. We got the Knights from Stackers. And there's about to be another town center from Doomster. This is like Dude, Doomster is stealing the farms now. He's stealing the farms with the villagers to get himself a position for that town center. Just needs to steal this farm too, but I think he's trying to. He just can't. Wooly is over here, and they need to be very careful. Doomster's retreating. He knows they can't win this fight. Wooly is here. Oh, never mind. He's going for the TC anyway. Dragonstar's going to have to hold against these crossbows. And Dragonstar, look at this engagement for him. Look at the value he got with those crossbows. The TC's going to go up. The TC's going to go up. Meanwhile, on the other side, Amalius trying to make another TC, but he's losing vills. He's down to 21 vills. And Doomster working away at the TC from Ant-Man. Let's take a look at the resources here from Ant-Man. He doesn't have enough to repair that town center. He doesn't have any wood. Oh, boy. And Dragonstar behind this is adding his 4th TC. What on earth are we witnessing here? This is one of the wildest Arabia. This is the wildest Arabia 4v4 I've seen, just for an opening. Like, you can say Doomster threw early, but Doomster is the tactical nuke that they're calling down on every base here from Team Finland. He's already killed one TC over here. Yellow rebuilt it, but he's nuking another TC. Both the pockets completely out of the game. And Team India only has one player out of the game. And oh, Mully just lost a ton of vills too. Oh no, he's down to 31 vills. 1 TC, 31 vills. Dragonstar is sitting on, what, 4? No, 3 TCs. I thought it was 4. It's only 3. And Ant-Man is quickly running out of wood as well. Only Yupe is in the game, basically. Yep. And Yupe is over here. Hellraiser will need to deal with that at some point. Yupe is going to feel a lot of pressure to do damage. Still hasn't killed all these vills from Doomster. And the knights are collapsing now. Oh, there's a lot of vills here. If those crossbows go down, there's a lot of vills here. And remember, Ant-Man needs that wood to repair the town center. Good stack there from Mully. Gets as much value as possible. And Finland B calls the GG. What on earth? India. What on earth? I bet you didn't see that coming after Doomster lost 11 villagers trying to douche and didn't get it down. What did we just witness? That is crazy. The commitment level there. And the thing is, like, Yupe is usually the guy doing that. But I think the key to this was that the teamwork from Finland behind this douche, they commit, or not Finland, India, they committed to it. The teamwork was so good. Like, there was always someone there supporting him. And even after he lost these villagers, Finland had to pull army over there to do that. And they punished Mully. And then they punished Purple. And then they came over and super punished Amalius. That's wild. That is crazy, dude. Great play from India. Doomster, I mean, contributing with the town center. And then Hellraiser did a fantastic job. His scout production was on point. I don't know, Warlord Ray. I'm going to have to ask Dragonstar what that was, because that was crazy. And Dragonstar, like, this is the guy you want to be in a position to steamroll, right? And because of all this stuff that was going on over here, Mully was very distracted. And Dragonstar was winning that 1v1. He got ahead. He added the TCs in Castle Age. And then he just continued to find value. And every single time Mully was coming in with those crossbows, Dragonstar was taking fantastic trades with his. That's one for the ages. That is just crazy. That game, I will remember that for a very long time. That's going in the record books right there. India be very proud of that game. That was wild. I bet even if you're a fan of Finland, you're kind of like, yeah, that's pretty good. I am angry. Okay. I'm angry but impressed. I mean, they committed, you know? Even after it didn't work once, they just committed to it. That's what you got to do sometimes. And clearly, like Finland B, I feel like they defended against the initial douche attempt really well, right? They ended up clearing up that Villa or the Villa's forward. Sorry, can't speak. And their teamwork was nice, but they didn't expect the second one. All right, so Ethiopians win. Uh, Bulgarians win. Franks win, and then Khmer win. We look over on the other side. We had what? Goths, Huns, Sicilians, and then Tatars. Stackers is the team name. He's SMR. Okay, well, so we'll call him SMR then. Why is Rubenstock playing for India? Exactly. He doesn't like Yupe. He's smurfing for India now under the Doomster account. Looking at the pick order, it did not look like Finland expected to win that. Yeah, I mean, India are all Arabia players, right? I think this Finland B team thrives a little bit more on the water maps or closed maps than they do on Arabia. But still, I mean, that's a big win for India, right? We got a tie set. We're all tied up here, 1-1. Dude, that game was so good. Oh my god. That game was so good. Sorry, I just had to message Tristan. I know he's going to love that game. This will push Finland towards meta. I mean, they brought in Yupe to do the same thing that Doomster did. Just hurl himself against the other team. And the supreme irony of it all is that Yupe ended up being in the best economic position and had to play meta and carry the team. that's just like, that's not the spot you want him in, right? He's not that guy. He can do it, I guess, but going to YouTube? I think so. I think I'll put this set on YouTube, yeah. All right. We're waiting. I think all the players need to recover after that one. Yupe has gone back to the bench. Might come out again. We'll see. Top 10 craziest team game. It's like, the thing is, it was short and sweet, right? Like it had wild moments from the very beginning, and it only lasted like what, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It's not like one of those crazy team games that lasts for 2.5 hours, but it has a value of its own. Show us the Doomster crazy walk again. Doomster going for his 5th douche of the game. You know, if Finland B had continued playing on too, you know, Muli was going to be the next victim of that too. Like he would have just, or he would have gone back to yellow space. He was committed, bro. I guess Bulgarians gives you the option of douching 4 times, right? With this, without collecting stone. Or is that TC thing only available? No, because it's old patch, right? On the new patch, it's only available once you get Castle Age, right? I remember something about that. Or maybe, no. That's on a Nomad start. I'm so confused. So confused. Okay, they should be starting soon. It's going to be Nomad. I like this, dude. We get African Clearing, we get Nomad. The Arabia game that's supposed to be super meta was wild. I like this. With Indian team record on account sharing, dude, Indian, like Team India doesn't have enough players to account share. Right? They got 4 guys.
Get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
They don't. I don't think they have a record on account sharing either. I only know 1 country who has a record of that. FCZ forever. Thank you for the 22 months, dude. Appreciate it. Have you been keeping up with the AM show matches? No, I haven't watched any of them. I've been watching Nations Cup. Nations Cup and hockey. Yeah, I've been all in on Nations Cup and hockey. That's all right. India is account sharing with me because they thought their team would be enhanced by a middling player who tilts easily. The spice, dude. It's like a salt, you know? Just mix it in. Go Devils. Devils have been destroying the Rangers, bro. They went behind 2-0, and then game 3 was close. And I was thinking, man, the Rangers might sweep the Devils. And then suddenly it looks like Devils are going to win 4-2. Like, the Rangers have been playing so bad. Crazy. You can tell Shesterkin is, like, really fed up with his team, too. I just hope the Kings can make it through. It's Edmonton. Edmonton always finds a way. Always finds a way to toss it. You think I'm going to say to win. Nope. It's the Oilers. 4 first overall picks in 6 years and haven't done anything with it. That's Edmonton right there. All right, so we're on Nomad. And India versus Finland after that crazy Arabia game. We're going to start off here with Doomster playing as the Koreans, and he's found himself a pretty good position in the top corner of the map. Looks like his dock is all the way over here, and it's going to be near his teammate SMR. It's not Stackers. Stackers is the team name, apparently. Ant-Man is going to be right near Doomster, and Doomster is going to have his TC up faster than Ant-Man. Ant-Man, though, playing as the Malians, so he should have a better start than the Koreans. He already has the dock, and he's already got the fishing ship on the way, courtesy of the Malian Civ bonus. Hellraiser playing as the Lithuanians here, and he's going to be kind of on his own, and that's a really good start for Hellraiser. Lithuanians can go right to the wood immediately because they get that food in the bank, and he's got lots of wood to take, lots of food around you to take, and he's all alone at the top here, so Hellraiser might be in a position to steamroll if he gets his boom up and rolling, and that's what I think he should do. In the center of the map, we have a standoff. SMR against Sunset, and they're not quite close enough to attack each other. As Sunset now goes for this boar, he's also going to see the villager here from SMR, and SMR is going to see the boar coming in as he goes out to look for some more food sources. So they're not within range. If they were within range, they would immediately go back and restart the game, because that's not allowed. As Sunset now brings in another boar, so he's just going to deny that there from SMR. SMR needs to find this one for sure. On the other side, we have another standoff between Amalius and Dragonstar. These positions, bro. These positions. We've got two standoffs, as Dragonstar is Celts and Amalius is Dravidians. Two standoffs on this side. A player out on the edge here for Team India, and then finally a player out on the edge here in Muli for Finland B. And then these two kind of near each other too. I think if you're in this position, Doomster against Ant-Man, you're thinking about a castle drop for Doomster, right? The stone is right nearby. Your Koreans could be really, really useful. And let's see if he knows that guy's there. He does. And maybe Muli is thinking about a castle drop himself over on like Stackers. Sorry, SMR. I keep calling him Stackers. SMR, or maybe even Dragonstar. If he gets a castle up here, it could be pretty brutal. Castle drop? You mean TC drop? Not Arabia, my friend. He's seen the boar now. SMR is going to have a really rough eco, right? Two boars have already been taken in here for Sunset. When we look at Sunset's point of view, well, Sunset took the boars in so early. Sunset might run out of food to really gather. Does see another boar up here they can take, though, so that's fine. These teams coordinate their starting positions for Max Chaos or what? No. No, it doesn't look like it. Remember, Dravidian team bonus for the Finns, so they didn't have to make the houses early. They just made the dock, and that means that for the majority of them, their fishing ships come out just a little bit faster than their opponents. And that's the reason that Finland is ahead on eco count, 10 ahead. You can see all of them with significant fishing ship numbers. Kind of struggling here for India. Isn't there a yellow line thing nowadays? Yellow line thing. Don't know what you're talking about. You mean like a mod that shows where people are supposed to start? Oh, treaty border? No. This is played without the treaty border. This is played without the treaty border. The treaty border is pretty bad for Tournament Nomad. I don't even really like it for like ranked Nomad or standard Nomad. It's on team. If the team game Nomad, if the team game rank pool includes Nomad, they will have treaty border as well. But in this tournament, the rules are that you can't like lame people or attack them until a certain time, and that kind of accomplishes the same thing the treaty has, without having the borders that reveal someone's position. Feudal Age on the way for a lot of the players from Finland. We see a fast uptime here for Amalius with the Dravidians. Amalius is probably going to go water, and you can see them signaling over on this side. So they know where the dock from Dragonstar is? They do. They know exactly where the dock from Dragonstar is, and it looks like Muli may be thinking about going water himself. Let's see. They're trying to find the other docks as well, and we can see India behind this with Dragonstar also going for a second dock. These fish are very exposed over here. Very, very exposed. The fish over here will take a little bit of time to kill. When can they attack? I think it's like once the TCs are up or past like 3 minutes or something like that is when they're allowed to attack. Okay. So, outposts here from Amalius. He's gone to a different wood line. He's now being harassed by SMR, who is a villager over here. Probably the dock villager. Yes, indeed. It was the dock villager. And SMR is going to be delaying this blacksmith here from Amalius, which could matter. But the tower is up on the wood line here from Dragonstar. Dragonstar has already moved away. Both players moved away from that wood line quite quickly, because they know they could be ranged by the TC or a tower. And it's an archer range from Amalius. So Amalius will not be going water. That looks like it's going to be Mully's job, who's queuing up galleys now. Stable here from SMR. He's going for a tower himself, as Sunset looks to be playing an FC build. Sunset is out here on the gold. Sunset's just going to try and avoid as much damage as possible. Get up to the castle age as quickly as they can. Look at this. Look at SMR being as annoying as possible. Dragonstar even sending a villager over, and Dragonstar has gone for archers himself. Dragonstar is also... Ooh, Dragonstar is going archers and water. Oh, boy. This is going to be tough, even with Celts. Or, sorry, that was Hellraiser. Never mind. Teal and blue. I'm getting confused. Hellraiser is going water. Dragonstar is just going archers. And Dragonstar has already lost the fish. So it is going to be tough for Dragonstar. I wasn't wrong there. Going to be really rough when you don't have the fish. Spearman trying to pick off some villagers, making things interesting for Sunset. But Sunset is about to click up to the castle age, and Sunset is sending everything to stone. And Sunset will likely drop a castle into organ guns somewhere around here. Is there a hole there? There is not a hole, or is there a hole? We don't know. It's a tower from SMR. Dragonstar trying to wipe up the galleys here. From Mully is taking damage from the fire galleys, though, and he might just decide to run straight through and try and snipe the fish from Team Finland. Sorry, I keep saying Dragonstar. It's Hellraiser. God, get it together, David. On this side, Ant-Man made his way through. The fish have time to loop away, though. And Doomster will be running. Hellraiser lost some of his galleys. Is going to mass up again. Still fighting with Mully on the water. Remember, Mully has faster ships because of Berbers. Meanwhile, in the center here, Archer and Scout from SMR and Dragonstar pushing forward. We've got the market here from Amalius. He's not close to going up to the next stage. Dragonstar is not close either. But Sunset is almost there. And Sunset suddenly has 700 stone in the bank. As SMR comes forward with a tower. But Sunset is just going to drop this castle. And SMR is going to be in a terrible position. Like, I think he can even fit a castle right here. You fit that in there? Maybe not. Maybe this tree is blocking the way, I think. Chop the tree, maybe? Then place the castle. Lots of stone. Yeah. Tree is going to be chopped. Castle is going to be placed. I don't think SMR ever gets up to the next stage. From this TC is going to need to replace it somewhere else. Also, castle on the other side. Castle on the other side. Doomster is dropping a castle on Ant-Man. Ant-Man is trying to go up to the castle age. Can Doomster kill this TC in time? I don't think so. This castle is confused. It's not even attacking anything. There we go. Attacking the watchtower. Gonna go after that TC, but Ant-Man all in on stone looking for a castle of his own. The wagons are going to come out, and the wagons could do a ton of damage against Sunset if they coordinate. If Doomster and SMR coordinate, SMR tells him what he knows, but the base layout, or I guess they have cartography so they could see. He knows there's stuff here, but he's fully focused on killing Ant-Man for the time being. On the water. Hellraiser has done a good job, and Hellraiser is going to be clearing up the fish here from Finland. India kind of on their way back into this game after the castle drop on green. However, Mully now has war galleys, so we'll be upgrading to regular fire ships. Remember, Berber speed is going to help out a lot here. And I think Hellraiser is just going to have to commit to killing the fish from all of these players. Castle drop over here from Mully. What? Bruh. We're going to need... Listen, dude. We're going to need you to calm down, all right? Why are you going for a castle there when you know all of this stuff is here? Castle from Ant-Man. Pushed off the gold is red. Organ guns are coming out now. Doomster's still doing work with these war wagons, and war wagons are super tanky. Not tanky enough to sit under a castle, though, with only 5 of them. As now Orange Mully goes for the castle. It's going to try to be denied here from SMR, but you need double tower to deny a castle. There's 8 villagers here. Will he be able to do it? He's sending more scouts over. There's skirmishers. There's archers here from Dragonstar. Could they potentially deny this castle with a tower for the first time ever in Age of Empires history? I don't think so. The clicking is unreal here from Mully. 2 villagers down. The scouts are in. The castle's at 95, 96, 97, 98. It's denied! 99.42%. Team India, where you at? Oh my God, dude. 99.42%. They're going to wall it up again. What on earth? The organ guns are coming over. Mully is sending more villagers forward. We need the walls now, stackers. You can't, or sorry, SMR, you can't let this go up. He's distracted by the organ guns. You can't let this go up. You can't let this go up, my dude. You cannot let him through the gate. Don't let him through the gate. Don't let him through the gate. No, go for another. No. He opened the gate. He opened the gate for him. No. He opened the gate. And now the camel archers are coming out. Oh my God. Meanwhile, on the other side, what's happening here? How is Red doing? Red is fighting war wagons with organ guns. It looks like he's doing okay. Finland is now kind of recovering. The wagons are coming over this wood line. That's going to be an issue for Purple, but he's got a monk on the way. We still have the galleys looping around trying to kill fish, and it looks like they cleared up Yellow's fish, but all of Team India's fish are now being cleared. And I cannot believe that castle was allowed to go up here. As now Amalius all over the eco from Dragonstar as Dragonstar tries to get to the castle age. SMR just looking for a place to live. You know? The rent is too damn high. He's looking for a place to live here, folks. And he needs some... No, dude, he needs to make a lumber camp to get enough wood for a TC. Oh. It was such a hype moment there. Maybe delete the gate and the palisade walls so you have some more wood. Maybe, potentially. Galleys going down there from Ant-Man. Hellraiser trying to hold on to the water somehow. Doomster trying to boom up. I think the good thing here for India is that they have Hellraiser all alone up here, right? And he's gone 3 TCs. He's trying to boom up. Maybe he can make an impact, but these camel archers going to be running around doing damage. And now Ant-Man is back on 3 TCs soon again. Sunset still surviving. Sunset with 15 organ guns, and they're making their way over to Blue's base. Doomster is on the run. And Gebettos are here too. And Hellraiser, he doesn't have really anything to stop this with. He's trying to get enough for a castle. SMR has a TC now. Trying to get back into the game. Siege Workshop for Hellraiser. That TC is going to die. And it's a defensive castle here from Doomster, but the Camel Archers are suddenly here. Camel Archers from a castle that never should have gone up. Or maybe it should have gone up. And it just went up a little too later than they expected. I mean, SMR did a fantastic job to deny that castle. And like he was being castle dropped on his main TC. Like he had a lot of things to focus on. It's just like in that one moment could have been so massive. There would have been no Camel Archers here at all to kill these vills. There would have been no castle to kill the eco from Dragonstar and SMR. Would have been nothing. Dragonstar's eco is super cute, though. Look at this. It's nice and cozy in there. And he's pressuring now Dravidian's player. He's got 54 vills. Like, Dragonstar has a surprising amount of vills, considering the fact that it's castle right over here. But our Dravidian's player has 71. So he's pretty far ahead. Sackers denying a TC on this side with a tower. Gebettos are on the way over, and Gebettos can probably make pretty quick work of all of this stuff. As we see them now killing vills over on this side. Muli at 57 villagers, still has 10 fishing ships, going for a stable over here, and SMR needs to run away yet again. 2 TCs only for Hellraiser now. Only 61 villagers. The castle, though, has killed the organ guns. And he's waiting to place a castle of his own somewhere. As the organ guns now decide to go after Dragonstar. Come on, India. It's going to be really tough, man. Finland is ahead by over 100 eco. It's going to be really tough. We're going to need something super special from India. Doomster is on 25 vills. I was thinking maybe like, oh, maybe Doomster, even after losing those vills, Doomster has a decent eco behind this. Nope. Nope. And now it's a forward castle from Amalius. And where's the win condition here for India? Dragonstar has the best eco. And he's been under fire the entire game. And now there's 3 players that are going to be attacking him. SMR is... I mean, this is just not what you want to see. Hellraiser has a castle now, has managed to defend himself somewhat. But his eco isn't looking impressive, and the eco for Gray is really, really rough. It's fine. Okay. Okay, India. What can you do here? What can you do? It's going to be a forward castle from Hellraiser. And Sunset knows this. Hey, man, why are you sending all those vills? And Sunset now has organ guns. And the Camel Archers are here. And the Camel Archers are here. And the Mangonels are here. SMR, though, killing a villager. He went for scouts. Really, wow. He's just trying to do what he can, I guess. This is his scout eco. GG called. It's just- oh, this castle, bro. This castle. I still like India still probably would have lost the game if that castle didn't go up. But like, oh, it was just such a moment. It would have been a momentum shift for sure. Oh, I guess SMR didn't have enough wood to make a lumber camp. He would have if he deleted this and then deleted these walls. Could add enough wood to make a lumber camp. He was just dead though. It wasn't because of the gate. He had two villas coming from a different angle. You talking about these ones coming around here? That's easily stopped. You just go for another gate there if you're SMR. If you're paying attention here, like he's not paying attention here until right now. He was paying attention elsewhere on this stuff. You talking about these ones coming up from this way. Okay. I see. So he probably would have got it anyway. It only takes one hit, right? Still, it's like... if he's paying attention, he has enough time to stop those two. It's rough, right? It's very tough to stop one villager sneaking in and getting a hit, but still, would have been a huge moment. Would have been a massive moment. Well played from Team Finland, though. Mulit did what he needed to do, right? Water, and then getting that castle up. Although he made it pretty nervous for everyone. Ant-Man falling back and sacrificing his first AC and then booming up behind, going into Gubettos was really good. Amalius holding against Dragonstar was fantastic, and then Sunset finding that stone, going FC, getting the organ guns out, and then he's able to pressure like a bazillion people. Great job. Ooh. India needs to win now. They gotta win. They gotta win. Hang on a second. I accidentally closed my score file. Here we go. Finland is up 2-1. What was the other civ here? Persians, right? Was it Persians? No. Did you remember to pay rent? Yes, I did. Slavs. Imagine if Canadians win Nations Cup. We will. That's going to be hype, though, if we do. Imagine if Team Canada wins Nations Cup and the Leafs win the Stanley Cup. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh. Thank you for being here, everyone. I hope you're enjoying this set as much as I am. I'm going to run an ad real quick before the game, just so you don't get one in the middle. Dark Magician 1990. That used to be my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. I know, it's super generic, right? So many ads. You didn't get an ad. You're a sub. Yo, what's up, Himbase?
Your lives are so sad, I get a
What up?
tax break just for hanging out with you.
Will you cast Finland A versus Argentina? Goddamn right. Royale with cheese. Thank you for the 16 months. Oh, he just subscribed. Oh, welcome back. So he might have gotten an ad. Just use ad block. Well, ad block doesn't work on mobile, or maybe on some other apps for like TV watchers or something. Okay, so we're going on to Arena, the home map from Team India, and India needs to win here. India needs to win, and we got some time to cook in the intro, as SMR is going to be matching up with Bohemians up against Turks. So classic gunpowder matchup. On the other side, we've got Yuppe playing as the Aztecs. He's back into the game, folks. And he's going to be matching up against Doomster with the Britons. Interesting matchup over here. Early pressure likely from the Aztecs on the Britons. Dragonstar will be playing as the Poles in the pocket position. And Hellraiser will be playing as the Bengalis in the pocket position here for Team India. Meanwhile, in the pocket for Team Finland, we have Ant-Man playing as Cumans. Going to be an impressive boom from him, likely. And then Amalius playing as the Teutons. I like the civs for Finland better than India, for sure. The pocket civs are just really, really solid here from Finland. Bengalis can be dangerous if you get into elephant archers. But it takes a very long time to get into elephant archers. Very, very long time. So I wonder if we're going to see some sort of like doubling on both sides. Potentially. From India. Some sort of aggression. Lars, thank you for the gifted sub to Mom and Elish. Geiger, thank you for the resub for 6 months. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the follows, everyone. Thanks for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, come watch on Twitch. I know there's a lot of weird people here, but they mean well. They mean well. This is like coincidental double deer push from Hellraiser. Not gonna lie, my life will be over as soon as Roku TV gets Twitch. Oh, you're a TV watcher. Ah, I see. Yes. Okay, how fast does Ant-Man go up here? He's going to go for the 2TC boom. He's only got 2 on wood. That's the build. Pushing in all the deer right away. Getting all your villagers on food. Skipping the mill early. Trying to click up as fast as you can. Who will win game 4? The prediction is in. Predictions are in. Is it going to be India? Is it going to be Finland? 2 seconds of idle TC time for our Cumans player already. Wild. So far behind. God, I hate Arena. Let him cook. Let him cook, Celtic FC. Let him cook, all right? Let him cook. Elzabath, thank you for the prime, bro. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so what can the Aztecs do against the Britons here? Late game, I think the Aztecs are going to struggle in that matchup, right? They can provide Siege Onager and some monks, and that's about it. And Siege Ram, I suppose, against the Britons, but longbows should be able to snipe the monks and the Siege Onagers, or even Herbalists. Are fine there. The Poles in the pocket don't really have a super powerful late game, but they do have a cheap late game. Winged Hussar with Lechitic Legacy, really, really good. And then, of course, the cheap Cavalier super strong as well. And the option to add in bombard cannons. Pretty solid. India won on which map? Arabia. Naisha, thank you for the prime. Mom and Alish, thank you for another gifted sub. Appreciate it. This Polish pocket, like the eco is going to be great as we see our Cumans player already on the way up. And Doomster is already on the way up. 19 villagers. Wait. What's going on? Wait. Doomster's going for a tower rush here? Or does Doomster have some sort of ridiculous 19 villager FC build with Britons? No, it's not possible. He won't have enough food. He's going for a tower rush. He's going for a tower rush. He's going for a tower rush. He is sending 9... Okay. 6 villagers. Sorry. I'm just getting flashbacks to that Arabia game. As soon as I saw 9 villagers there, I was like, my man is douching. My man is coming. We don't have a follow-up here from the pocket player, though. We don't have a follow-up from Dragonstar. So in a 4v4 situation where there's 4 scouts on the field from the other team, you are sending only 6 villagers forward to tower rush, and you don't have loom yet. So you're going to have to get loom right away. There we go. It was queued up behind, and there's the tower right there. Doomster will be going for some early aggression. Meanwhile, on the other side, we got a tower rush as well. So this was the aggression I was talking about with the Civ selection. Our Cumans player will be not really able to help for a very long time. So Mully is going to be on his own against this because the Cumans player is going to be focused on the boom. Yupe wisely walling behind this. His main gold is at the front, though, so that should be an issue. However, he does have a stone at the back, and he's already gathering the stone right now. Doomster makes his way in. The HP on these walls, only 1,080, so it's not the 1,800 HP that is on some tournament arena generations. As Mully retreating, he doesn't have loom yet. 30 seconds away from Feudal Age and should probably get it. Archer range is out now from SMR, and SMR is going to start the push in earnest. It's going to be working away on this wall. Archers will go into the tower, and I think the tower needs to help out with this wall too. As Mully will now have access to stone walls. Or market, or gates. Anything to just stall at this pressure. Blue is in. Blue is in, and Yupe is still a minute away from Feudal Age, which means the houses are very weak. -2 armor on these houses. You can see how quickly they go down. He can't make a tower. He can't make stone walls. He does already have loom, though, which was smart to get that, considering the tower push here from Doomster. Yupe up at 828. That's old meta. Well, I mean, he did have to... You can't just look at this build in a vacuum, right? He did get loom. He did have to wall up here. He is on stone, right? So he might be thinking about going for a castle of his own. Or just might be thinking about defense. So you can't just look at the villager number and say, like, oh, his build is off. He's had other things to worry about. Tower is up from Doomster. He's pushing in. And Yupe, well, he's going to have enough resources to go up to the next stage once his buildings are complete. So I actually kind of like the build from Yupe. He's kept himself safe, right? He's had enough resources to go for the extra walls. He's got the buildings up. He's clicking up to Castle Age now. Doomster, other than denying this gold, hasn't really been able to do much damage. Meanwhile, on the other side, oh boy, tower denied there from Mully. He's almost in the Castle Age. He's going to have to buy himself enough stone for a defensive castle. Going to be pretty deep into his base as well. As Stackers now, or sorry, SMR now works away on this house. Mully, 10 seconds away. Castle's going to have to go down like here. Where does he make it here? There's enough stone now. He's going to make it here. Here. Okay. It's a nice safe castle. Stone wall. Is Doomster really walling in Yupe? Is Doomster thinking about walling in Yupe? I mean, he can't because he's got a wall through here. So I don't know. I don't know what this is because he's got a wall here. You literally can't. He will simply delete. Strange. However, 4 TCs now from Dragonstar. He's in the Castle Age. The castle is up now from Mully. SMR is still trying to push in. He's not on the way up to Castle Age yet. It's kind of close a little bit. Doomster also thinking about Castle Age with that food count. And Mully needs now to worry about these archers pushing in. And Mully is kind of off gold. He's got another gold back here. He's still on the stone over on this side, though. And he's got Janissaries. He is, dude. SMR is super hard committing against this. And he's actually killing villagers now. And he's causing Mully a lot of pain, surprisingly. With this villager archer push when there's already a castle up for the Turks player. He has slowed him down a lot. On this side, we've got a castle here from Yuppe. And that's going to be able to kill the tower. The walls will still be here from Doomster, but Yuppe can escape. Idle TC, please. Okay. We can see a lot for SMR. We've got a minute for Mully, right? Other than that, very limited. Even Doomster only with 30 seconds, which is pretty... It's pretty solid. And Yuppe only with 23. Why do you keep spamming that, Cactus? I'm not going to say it if you keep spamming it. I'm like... Jesus. What happened to the villagers? Looks like they came back. Looks like they're safe. Yeah, they're safe. They came back to the woodline. And Castle Age is on the way here for SMR. He's going to go for a castle of his own. Mully is... Well, he's just trying to produce vills right now, and he's trying to get his food eco sorted for a 2TC eco. He's going to have enough stone for another castle shortly. But he can't really produce Janissaries with this eco. He can't really go fast imp with this eco. SMR should theoretically be a little bit of a better position, and I think he's going to go for the castle forward, potentially. Walls are now being added here from Doomster. Hasn't, like, locked him down on this side, though. And the gate can always just be deleted. Interesting. Red cannot get out of the 2 side gates. Well, right now, Yuppe doesn't want to escape. But as soon as he wants to escape, he can. However, these walls, to be fair to Doomster, these walls will make things very difficult for Yuppe. Right? The pathing's going to be awkward if he wants to send stuff out. It's going to be very annoying. You can get out of here and find yourself a hole, but it's going to be tough to push. For sure. Knights are now here from Ant-Man. So Ant-Man went for the double TC. He's added a third one now that he's in Castle Age. And he's going for heavy knight production. And it looks like Mully is going to go into Petards. Try and get into the base maybe from Gray. Gray going for crossbow. University is already in. And another archer range on the way. SMR sold some stone, I think. So doesn't have castle potential yet. Let's take a look at the booms behind this. Hellraiser, fantastic economy, right? With Bengalis, got the extra villagers, got 41 on food right now. 82 vills with 15 in the queue. Take a look at our Polish player, Dragonstar, great eco as well. Nice little full work setup behind this. Space for a few more. 4 TC eco for yellow as well at 84 vills. And 72 vills for the Cumans player. We also have 3 extra town centers being added here from Doomster. And I just wonder, where is this pressure going with the Petards? Is it going on to Teal's base? Teal is like fully walled behind us. He's got one little hole there. But the houses have been a great addition. Can't really do damage here either. Team India, Dragonstar and Hellraiser. Really nice job to house wall behind their stone walls. And look, he's plugging the gap. They're going to petard in here. And there's nowhere to go. And Gray is here to defend. As now Dragonstar makes his way up to Imp. I think the biggest thing for me is just the flanks. Like, the flanks on India are behind economically versus the flanks from Finland. However, Doomster will likely catch up to Yupe at some point. Yupe's trying to go up to Imp. Doomster added 3 extra TCs and a castle of his own. You should get fortified wall if you can afford it. Or afford it. Haha. Look at these sad petards. Sad Muli petards. Still looking for a way in. They can't find it, bro. Like, credit to the pockets here. They can't find it. They might actually have to go to the other flank with the petards to find any damage. But Doomster is walling up behind it. They know. They know. So many crossbows for SMR. And he's got chemistry already. So these are pretty legitimate crossbows. 26 of them. He's adding in hand cannons. As the petards took out the walls, but the houses were already here from Doomster. And Team India is never getting housed. Never. They got way too many. Over on this side, villagers coming out. Crossbows are here, though, and Muli is going to lose some vills. Ballistics is in, and chemistry. Like, he's going to lose that vill, too. It's down to 59 villagers. We got 45 villagers here from SMR. Knights being added, however, from Martutin's player, Amalius. We haven't talked about him. Fantastic economy. 56 on food. So many stables ready to go. And now the crossbows are being cleared up on this side from SMR. He lost all of those crossbows against the Knights there from our Cumans player. Quick walls on this side, and it looks like it's going to be Elephant Archers for Hellraiser. Elephant Archers can be super powerful once they get masked. It's really tough to mask them up, though. And it'll be an Obuk opening for Dragonstar. If you go Obuk and then Hal from the Britain's player, might be good enough to hold, and then you wait for them to push over on this side. Like, Yupe is still working away at walls. And Yupe, okay, Yupe is going to Arbalest. Obuk is the play here. Yeah, the Cavalier don't feel like they'd accomplish that much against Paladin from both pockets, right? So maybe Obuk is the play. Cavalier is coming in from yellow. He's Teutons, but his armor is going to get stripped. He's being stripped right now. The Obuk are working away. And goddamn, they're doing work. Elite Obuk. These guys are going to have to go back and heal up. The castle is now up from blue over here, and there's a forward castle attempt for Muli, but Muli, it looks like for the second straight game has gone for a very like overly aggressive castle as Elite Elephant Archer is coming in. Parthian Tactics coming in. Chemistry about to be complete, and these Knights, well, they won't win this fight. They won't win this fight, and this castle won't go up for Muli. It simply won't. Nice little quick wall here from Dragonstar on the castle in the middle. Trying to take control over that gold. The pushback is happening from Yupe. He's finally broke himself free from these walls. They're still annoying, but he's building production buildings on the outside as Paladin now comes in for Amalius. Obuk are chasing, though. And look at the number of elephant archers. 157 villagers here from Hellraiser. I don't know if he has Mahayana yet. Poles ignore armor. No, they take the armor away with every attack. And it's longbows from Doomster. It's going to be such an interesting composition. We're going to have longbow Obuk on one side. We're going to have elephant archer castle age hand cannons on the other. And the elephant archers are pushing in. And this is another denied castle. Obuk are here. Elephant archers are here. These things are terrifying in mass. He's got 43. And they're fully upgraded. Oh boy. What do you do here if you're Finland? With the Obuk in front, the elephant archers behind. You're going to have to hope that Yuppie can push, but he can't. The castle does go down from Doomster, and that's very annoying if you're Doomster, but he simply builds another one. Obuk pushing this stuff back on this side. The pockets for Team India. Steamrolling here. Onager is coming in for Malleus. An elite longbow coming in here for Doomster. We mentioned that Aztecs will struggle late game against Britons. Oh no, not another castle. Bully. No. Another castle. Denied. These elephant archers don't really care about this castle over here from Ant-Man. They don't really care about it. He's got Paladin on the way. The elephant archers are still pushing in, and he's supporting this castle foundation in the center. We have just a straight line of castles from Dragonstar. Does anyone else appreciate this? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so many Obuk. 74 Obuk from Dragonstar. 74. Don't let this castle go up. Well, I guess they don't care. They have 50 elephant archers, and Pikes is now coming in. Mahayana is coming in for more population space. And the Obuk are working away on the castle there from Ant-Man. The Obuk are going to take out this castle. They're feasting on this castle. And now this castle is being denied once again. Team India is playing so well right now. The question for me is just, what can Amalius do? Because Amalius will have SO. Amalius has Paladin. Will the SO be enough? I don't think they will. The castle's going to go down to just straight Obuk. No siege required. Elephant Archer's going to find themselves a nice little choke point to sit in. Ant-Man deleting that stable. Trade is being added in here from Finland. More castles from Doomster, though. And more trebs from Yuppie in the middle of nowhere being taken out. Muli now deciding to go for a super safe castle. And oh, he says, yes, please. Hellraiser says, yes, please. This is my plan all along. Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me in the woods. How about that? What a stack here for these elephant archers. In this one little area, but done it. Done it, 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 done it. Get me out! He snipes it down! Elephant archers, still 24 of them alive. Warwolf on the way, and our Aztec player is going to start to struggle. The Obuk are now making their way across. More elephant archers coming. More castles here from Hellraiser. Team India is playing so well right now. He's trying to snipe it, guys. He's trying to snipe it. And unfortunately for the SO, every time they take a shot, they open up more woodland for the elephant archers to make their way out. I think that was a good trade at the end of the day for Hellraiser. And he's got more elephant archers where that came from. Another castle just being denied. Trade in the middle of this elephant archer army. SO coming over. The Obuk are going to be able to deal with that, though. And this. Trebs being added in behind. And Doomster. With the Obuk support, with all these castles, with elite longbowmen, and Warwolf Trebs should be able to hold on this side while they push over here. Puvnitsa is on the way. We haven't talked about SMR for a while. He did a good job to contribute in Castle Age. Puvnitsa is on the way, though. He's only got 93 villagers. Needs to maybe add in a few more. But look at Muli. Muli only has 92. Yeah, Aztecs here, even though they have Atlatl skirms, I mean, you're really gonna struggle, right? You need the Teutons over on this side fully focused, but unfortunately for Team Finland, the Teutons player needs to be split in two different directions. And the Cumans player really doesn't have anything to contribute here. Not a single Paladin Civ for Team India in a team game arena as all those SO go down. Not a single Paladin Civ, and they're making it work. Good push over here from Gray. Let's get some more Huvnitsa on the field. He should be fine. Uh-oh. Yeah, Doomster's paying attention. Doomster's paying attention, sniping down all the SO. Treb's working away on this castle. That castle's going to go down. Remember, he has Warwolf. He could turn them on the skirms and the Arbalest at any point. But Dragonstar's just always here with Obuk. He was here early. Obuk clearing up the castles, providing good cover for the Elephant Archers, and then he's always been here in front. Fantastic play from India. We're going to a Game 5, baby. We are going to a Game 5 here between India and Finland B. Teamwork is amazing from India. And like the flanks from India this is obviously very deliberate, right? They just slow down the flanks from Team Finland and maybe even slow down the pockets if the pockets come over to help. Like Ant-Man went Knights in Castle Age. His timing on the Paladin would have been so much better if he didn't do that. But he felt like he needed to because of the pressure from SMR. And maybe Muli's saying, listen, I have a castle, got petards, let's try and get in somewhere. But that meant he was slow, and that meant that Hellraiser could get in an obscene amount of Elephant Archers early. I mean, he just steamrolled here. And then, of course, Obuk from Dragonstar. Great call out to go Obuk to support. Fantastic stuff. Let's take a look at the KD. I mean, Hellraiser. Like, what are you going to say, right? Doomster also with a great KD. Dragonstar, he just had a lot of units. He just had a lot of units. We could see the eco. Fantastic eco from Hellraiser. Well done. Also, Muli really struggled. Credit to SMR for putting him so far behind with that crazy push at the beginning. And even after Muli got the castle up and went Castle Age, he was still pressuring him, still making his eco really, really messy. Two. The pressure's on. The pressure's on. Remember, this Finland team is the team that beat Italy A. What are you talking about, Ogadai? Dude, take a timeout, all right? Take a timeout. Who wants to watch India, man? Like, dude, no, just take a ban, my brother, man. Go touch some grass, bro. These guys are playing amazing. And the games have been super entertaining. Is Dave harassing the viewers again? Dave's calling out when viewers are spewing garbage. Games have been really, really good, guys. Like, really solid. What's the next map? We just played Arena, so the next map is, and we've already played, sorry, I didn't mark those down. It's going to be Migration. Oh, boy. Final game, Migration. Final game, Migration. One could say Finland got Mulisaukod. Okay. Mulisaukod. Is that how you say it? Whatever. I said it for you. There we go. Malay, Burgundians, Japanese, Persians for India. Incas, Gujaras, Byzantines, Italians for Finland. Both have really good civs. I think I like the civs a little bit better for India, though. We'll see. We've seen Finland on this map before, and they've looked impressive. Byzantine fast sim could be dangerous. I'm not, like... The thing is, Malay does fast imp better, Lucky. Right? Japanese could also do fast imp as well. I'm just not sold on the fast imp. Like, we've seen it so many times, and oftentimes it just doesn't pan out. So we'll see. We'll see how this one pans out. Don't forget Persian crazy up. Yeah, the Persians will probably be on the flank. We'll see. Mark Finland civs. Oh, we got 4 seconds before we're in, dude. I don't have time. I don't got the time. But do I? Do I have the time? Do I have the time? Loss. 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 Win. 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 And we're in. 5th game. India versus Finland B. And it's going to be migration. We've watched a ton of migration games this tournament. And I'm not tired of it yet. Because I think the meta keeps evolving. I think some things that people thought were going to be really good at the start have been proven not to be good. And this is rough, bro. Wait, what are you doing killing that deer out there? You need a really good start on my... He's pocket. He's pocket. He's fine, right? He's pocket. It's fine. He's not flank. He doesn't need a super tight build order. He's pocket. It's fine. Anyway, over on this side, we have Amalius as the Gujaras. Or sorry, on this side, we have Yuppe as the Incas. And he's going to be playing the flank, and he's going to go for a forward dock here. Which is actually kind of weird as the Incas. Because the Incas are likely going to be slower than the flanks from the other teams. So it's strange to go for a forward dock, but he's doing it. He's going to be up against SMR playing as the Malay. And the Malay should be up with a better eco faster than our Incas player here. So it's going to be a straight water contest likely on this side. Meanwhile, on the other side, Ant-Man playing as the Italians. And he is going to be up against Dragonstar, who's gone for the Persians. And Dragonstar already has his dock up with the Persians. You get the extra resources at the start. And you can go for that early dock. Yuppe could go for the early dock as well because he was... Oh, because he was Incas, I suppose. Only having to make one house, which means he has a little bit more wood. And he chops some straggler trees as well. He's got the fishing ship out super early to help his eco. In the pocket positions, we have Hellraiser playing as the Japanese. Very strong option. He's going to go for a lot of fish, and his fish are going to be super tanky. So if the flanks from the other side decide to come through and snipe fish, they won't be sniping Hellraisers. Really tough to take care of. And then finally, Doomster playing as Burgundian. It's a popular pick in the pocket position on migration. In the pocket position for Team Finland, Byzantines for Muli. And Byzantines can go for the fast Imperial play. They can invest in the Castle Age maybe with some fires. Byzantine Castle Age fires actually aren't that bad of a matchup against like fast fires from like Malay or Japanese. So they can maybe choose to just stay in Castle Age and add some extra TCs in the center to gain lane control. Could be good. And then Amalius playing as the Gujaras. And you got to watch out for the Gujaras on this map. Because if they get pressure early on this center area and they have Shravamsha riders running around, those things can be incredibly annoying. Just running into your TCs, idling all your eco on the middle can be very, very brutal. When is the match today? So the Finland A match will be in an hour and a half, I think. I think it's an hour and a half. It's going to be a long stream today, or longer anyway. Fishing ship here from Amalius. That's his first of the game. And we can see Yuppei's had that fishing ship for a long time. And Yuppei's trying to go up really quickly. But Dragonstar is already up. Dragonstar has done the 14 villager uptime. Let's see how much idle TC time there is. I think anything under 30 seconds is phenomenal. I'm assuming it's going to be around like 32, though. 33 seconds. Okay. So that's all right. That's all right. He's going to go up to feudal age super quickly. He's going to be there before anyone else. He'll add the second dock, and he'll go for galleys. And I think he's just going to bypass the dock from Ant-Man, maybe snipe fish on the way if he can, and go right to the pocket to try and snipe fishing ships. This build has become very popular, but it's really tough to pull off effectively. Because you can see, like, Dragonstar can't even afford a mining camp. He can't even afford a mining camp. He's taking gold from this distance. And he's got just enough to queue up 2 galleys. Look at his resources. he's got just enough for 2 galleys and a house. Like, he can barely survive here. It's a very, very tight build order. Yuppei, 40 seconds away from the feudal age. He's got 17 vills and 2 fishing ships. And we see 3 fishing ships and 20 vills for SMR. And he's only going to be, what, 15 seconds behind Yuppei? So I don't know if Yuppei is going to hit his timing to snipe the fish from SMR. I think it's going to take him 15 seconds to even get here. And by that point, the galleys are already going to be out. That's the advantage of the melee. As Dragonstar now makes his way past here. He's going to snipe Ant-Man's fish on the way. And he's going to try and deny this dock. No loom. No loom for Ant-Man here. And with this start, Dragonstar might actually just consider... Like, if he keeps denying this dock, Dragonstar might actually just consider hanging out around here and trying to contest water against Ant-Man, but it looks like he's going to make the decision to go to the pockets fish, and Mully will now be in trouble because Mully is not even up to feudal age. He has nothing to defend himself. And this is an excellent opening for India here because the docks were delayed from Ant-Man, and Ant-Man is going fires, or a fire, and 2 galleys to try and protect his pocket. Yeah, ban evading. Wonderful. Anyway. Mully losing his fish. And now we might see the fish go down from Amalius. We may see the fish go down from Amalius here. I think they will. Dragonstar's done a phenomenal job over on this side. 6 fishing ships over here. Villager without loom. Gonna die. Right? Surely? Dodge? Oh, she lives. The one who lived. And Dragonstar is still kind of like just keeping up on this side. There's villagers here he could potentially snipe as well. Meanwhile, on this side, galley war going on and Yuppei being stalled out by SMR. And SMR is a better eco than Yuppei does. Militia garrison his fishing ships. Yeah, that's a bonus that a lot of people don't remember. It's not one that comes into play very often, right? Dragonstar will give up with that. And Dragonstar is still chasing fish. Oh my god. Dragonstar has done so much here. Already 9 fishing ships down. He is losing his numbers on this side, though. And his eco is still really far behind. But he's still chasing the fish from purple. He's killed fish from yellow. We saw him kill the fish from orange earlier. And Hellraiser is now on the way to the Castle Age. And Hellraiser is going to come over and try and help out Dragonstar. Get him back on the water. Dragonstar's still chasing the fish from Mully. Mully is in a really rough position. Let's take a look at the resources from him. Yeah, Mully can't even go... Dude, Mully... The fish got killed so early. He's in feudal age here, and he can't even go up to castle. He's just going to be forced to make feudal age fire galleys It's a really rough position for the pocket player. Dragonstar did a phenomenal job. Really, really good job. Doomster has landed here, and Doomster is with 12 fishing ships because SMR is keeping him protected for the moment. I don't know for how long. Gotta be careful. Looks like Yuppei's taking some fantastic engagements. Over on this side, we can take a look at the KD. 2-0. So he's killed 2 extra galleys, and his production, I guess, has been a little bit better. But Stackers... Or sorry, not Stackers. SMR will keep him contained for the time being, even adding a 4th dock. Dragonstar. Still producing galleys. He's got a mining camp now. Eco's looking fantastic. Somewhat. The scouts are being added in, though, from Doomster. And Doomster is 40 seconds away from the Castle Age. Got the stable already here. We've got a market stable here from the Malleus, and he's about to hit Castle Age as well. Can add in the Shirvamshas. Doomster is not on stone right now, so a lot of times from the Burgundians we see Castilier. Not going to be the case just yet. Also would love to see the pockets from India send the transport ships over to grab their flank players and make sure they get to the middle at a reasonable time. Is Muli the weakest player in Finland team? No, he's the strongest player in my opinion. He's just struggled the last game. And he got nuked this game by the his fishing ships all dying to Dragonstar. Oh, this is a huge clear up. This is a massive clear up. If they can clear it up, good micro here from Ant-Man to keep falling back. Muli has gotten over to the middle, but it's only 4 villagers right now. It's going to have to try and save this transport ship. And the flank over here for Finland may never get to the middle at this rate. On this side, SMR still canceling out Yuppei. And now he's got 15 galleys against 17. So Yuppei's going to struggle to push. He knows he needs to. As they both micro back and forth with these galleys. Love to see it. SMR playing pretty well on this side, but the scouts here, scouts and Shirvamshire Rider over to Hellraiser. Hellraiser needs to pay attention. I think he's busy with the fires. He's not paying attention to this area. Hellraiser getting his TC denied. His second TC does have another one over here, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but good stuff there from Amalius. Send the units over early and deny that. Malleus, meanwhile, walling in his villagers. He's going to go for 3 additional TCs on the center. Hellraiser scouting the lumber colony over here from Muli. And Muli no longer has a transport ship. He lost it to the Navy. From Dragonstar and from Hellraiser. Does Dragonstar have any galleys left? Where are they? Oh, they're sniping fish again. Such a good job with that. All game. More fish going down. Still kind of stalled out. Look at Yuppei's ships, though. He's at half HP on these. And good for him. Amalius has sent the transport ship over to send his ally to the middle. However, Yuppei has run right into Doomster's light cab, and Doomster is going to be killing these villagers, and he's back on the ship. He's scared. He's scared. He's back on the ship. He's waiting for the camels and the Shirvamshire to come over here to clear this up. Why do people never wall off the vills in the center? You're usually focused on something else, right? Usually focused on your economy or saving your fish or fighting a water battle, and it just takes extra time to wall in your vills. It is something that they should always do, though. It's something you should take the time to do. It's just hard to force yourself to do it in the moment. India is pushing, man. India is pushing, and Ant-Man did make his way to the center. I think Muli came over and helped him out. No, Ant-Man made a transport ship of his own. So that's a clutch play from Ant-Man, because he, as Italians, you just can't be stalled out on this area alone. You have to have something in the center here to support your team late game. Get your eco rolling. Galleys from Yupe have made their way through. SMR is up to the castle age and Yupe is not. So SMR is now looking for value with his galleys in the pockets fishing economy. I think Doomster a little bit distracted by that and also distracted by the fact that cavalry is in here from Amalius. These fires should come over and help these galleys out as more galleys try and make their way through. Yupe is about to be completely destroyed from the water. And he's still not up. He is getting some value here with these galleys, though. He is sniping some fish. As the war galleys now from SMR make their way over. I think SMR would be best suited just like cutting off this eco, like ranging this TC with the war galleys. Be really good for him because the fires are still pushing from this side. From Hellraiser, right? You have enough galleys to shut down Yupe from this side. I think ranging the eco from yellow on the middle would be a big deal. India is in a fantastic position, though. Dragonstar has now made his way onto the center island, and he is walling up his villagers. We got 3 TCs here from Doomster. We got 3 TCs now from Hellraiser, plus the fish boom. And all the fish from Finland are going down. However, Imperial Age is on the way here from Mully. And Mully looks like he's going to go land. He's not going to go for the fast fire approach with the Byzantines. He's going to go land. He's going to try and push. It's going to be a pretty weak push, though. No fishing ships behind this. Only 55 vills. TC now from SMR. Made his way to the mainland. Yupe still only with a lumber camp there. If those vills get cleared up early, oh man. If these vills ever get cleared up here, before Yupe can toss a TC down there, he might just be out of the game completely. And it's a castle here from Amalius. Camel will be converted, and then the castle will have problems. But he does go for the quick walls. So great job there from Amalius to wall off his villagers. Wonderful, wonderful play. Meanwhile, in the center here, lots of Shravamshas and Camels going down to that TC from Doomster. Imperial Age is almost in from purple. And ooh, the villagers have been found. They've been found. They've been found. They've been found. If these light cav come over here, looks like the light cav is going to get cleared up. But Yupe is on the run. He's lost one, and he's on the run now because he's completely surrounded over there. That's his only lifeline to this middle area are these 4 villagers. Imperial Age is in. Rumuli. He needs to go chemistry. Can he afford it? He can't afford it. He's going Arbalest first. And it's a very aggressive castle here from Doomster. It's too aggressive. It's going to be denied. You need to abandon this. Just abandon it. Just go. Save your resources when you can. Smart play to not commit onto that at all. Another castle over here from Hellraiser. That one's going to go up. This one's going to go up for Doomster. I think they also need to probably abandon this TC, right? Moli is going to have a strong army for now, but it's not going to be strong long-term because his eco isn't behind it. Only 67 villagers for him with no fish. However, Amalius has a really strong eco of his own. And he's coming forward looking for a castle position. Yupe getting the TC down in a safe spot. He's going to start booming up there, but he's having some big problems at home. Also, yellow having some problems being ranged. Muli now completely surrounded by fires. Ant-Man. Well, he's not surrounded right now. They could do some damage if they brought some more galleys over there. But Ant-Man has 3 TCs in the middle. However, he's being pressured by Dragonstar. India look to have pretty good position here with both their pockets on the way to Imperial Age. And Hellraiser now going for mega archer ranges. Starting to queue up crossbows of his own. Malia's over here. And we've got Amalius over here too. So Dragonstar's pressure against Ant-Man is going to be stalled out. Dragonstar is just going to need to garrison inside here. Fortunately for him, he does have a Persian TC. Take a long time for that to go down. SMR trying to boom up on the side. take map control over in this area, and he's gone for a castle. It's actually a pretty solid castle to keep himself safe. If he can manage to kill these camels and the Trevamsha anyway. But the main push is in the center here, and we already have towers from Hellraiser. It's guard towers from Hellraiser. It's going to go Yasuma towers to shut things down. Muli doesn't want that to happen, but he's still within range of this other tower, and he's losing Arbalest here. He can't afford to lose Arbalest. He needs a massive group of Arbalists with bombard cannons to be able to push. Dragonstar just kind of hibernating in this TC for the moment. Doesn't really have much he could do. He's going to go for a Mangonel. Can't quite range this area, though. And the Castilier here from Doomstar just waiting to pounce on these Arbalists. Also, Arbalest Mass is incoming from Hellraiser. But Hellraiser losing a few over here. So Muli is doing a pretty good job so far. Castle now from Yuppe up on the hill. Maybe he'll try and pressure blue once again. As camels are just being massed from Amalius. The thing is, like, what are Gajara's really going to provide in the later stages of this? Is it going to be Chakram? Is it just going to be Heavy Camel? Heavy Camel's not going to do so well against Arbalest Guard Tower. Just be Trevamsha? I don't know. Like the Burgundians a little bit better as a pocket in this position. Elite Castilia is in. Ant-Man's Eco is looking fairly solid with 105 villagers also on the way to the Imperial Age. He's getting castles set up, and Dragonstar is now in trouble. Dragonstar is in big trouble. He's at 100 villagers, which is great, but his Eco is so spread out, right? And a lot of those are at the back here. And he's going for... Oh, this is really smart. I like this a lot from Dragonstar. He's going to shift a ton of villagers over here and reboom on this side. Really, really nice. Yuppe is on the way to Imperial Age now. Losing some villagers to the Castilier. And we're just waiting for the first big battles of the game. We need siege here from India. So far, they have one Treb. That's it. We need more Trebs. We need a big old Treb stack. Or bombard cannons. Castle from SMR. He's an Imperial Age. He's going for a Treb of his own. Maybe try and Treb back this castle here from Amalius or from Yuppe. And the big fight is happening. Big fight's happening. Castilier are coming in. There's not enough camels here. We got condos. But the Arbalest will die to the Castilier. He needs to run away. Arbalest behind here from Hellraiser. Team India trying to push this back. Arbalest Mass is dying, but they don't have any siege behind this. They've only got 2 Trebs. Still, they don't care. Hellraiser pushing in here with the Arbalest. He's trying to snipe the bombard cannons from Muli. He gets one. Might be able to get a second one. He will get the second one. And the castle is being trebbed down from behind, from on this hill. Will they be able to push back this castle? Looks like they'll kill this one. I don't think they'll kill the castle, though, from Ant-Man over on this side. Meanwhile, on this side, Trebs taking out the TC. They're going to start working away on the castle. SMR, 90 villagers behind this. What does he do, though? Does he go into elephants here? Does he have the eco to go into elephants? It's going to be pretty tough for him. Maybe Arbalest himself. Another castle being taken out. Ant-Man is not repairing that. If they manage to take out this castle and this castle, they're going to get a lot of space back. Team India. Right now, the middle island is kind of in favor of Finland, but it's basically split down the middle, isn't it? More towers being added. Oh, man, imagine the pressure. Game 5. India's still ahead on eco, and India's wildly ahead on military numbers now. They do have a lot on the water, but still, even land military, really, really far ahead. Another castle gonna die. And does it die before Pavise comes in? I think Pavise should be able to come in time. Yes. Towers to support the push. Military numbers keep on climbing here for India. And SMR is distracting over on this side. He's just going Trebs. Treb Pikeman. That's it for right now. You can see Yupe is forced to just 1v1 him. Yupe can't really support over on this side. However, Doomster maybe letting his Cassilia run a little bit too far forward. Amalius is here with the heavy camels and with the Shravamshas. Towers behind for Hellraiser as he starts to trip down this castle. And Finland tried for a push, but Finland, it feels like they're going to get cleared up here, right? The towers are too strong. The Arbalists are too strong. Castilia in front. And the castle goes down. Bomber cannons pushing from behind. Trebs trying to kill them. They can't push against these towers. The towers from Hellraiser are too much. And it's only a matter of time here, folks, before Dragonstar is really back in this. He's got 136 vills, and the Castilia are coming in over here. Doomster is playing so well, supporting both sides. Trebs pushing in. Pikeman versus Condos. Not what you want to see, but there's too many Castilia here. There's too many. India on this side, they're losing a lot of Arbalists there, Hellraiser, but the towers are getting kills. And the towers prevent them from pushing forward. He's holding. He's holding against two. While the Castilia are mopping up on this side. However, the Trebs have gone down for SMR. He's adding in cannon galleons now. Gonna try and range from the water. And Dragonstar, it's only a matter of time. Dragonstar is now adding in Halbs. And hand cannons. The Arbalist here from Hellraiser. Still trying to push in. 58 Castilia from Doomster. Army numbers. Finland trying to make their way back up here. Good gate there from Wooly, making as many choke points as possible so that the Burgundian player can't push in. But look at this army. SMR. So many pikemen. Castilia and now Halberdier and hand cannon mix from Dragonstar pushing it over on this side. More siege being added. I think India know they're right on the cusp. And Finland know they're right on the cusp of being eliminated. That's why they're pushing through the center here. Elite Genoese Expo switching over to this side. They're going to be really, really helpful to clear up this entire army. That also means that he's not on this side to support Mully against this army from Hellraiser. And Mully, I don't know if he can push without Orange. Castle will go down from Yupe. Yupe's at 75 vills. Yupe's still being harassed over on this side, and Cannon Galleon's now killing villagers. Probably taking out that tower too. His eco is going to be gone. Like completely gone. Castle in the center from Mully. More towers here from our Japanese player. Castle's going down on this side from Orange. Finland catching up in army numbers, folks. Can they do it? The Genoese Expo are over here. And the Genoese Expo have stalled out all of this, and Finland is now pushing back on this side. However, in the center, Castilia finding some more villager kills. Teal still working away on these castles. And now the cannon galleons are going to clear everything here from Yupe. Yupe is going to have like no vills whatsoever. Castilia need to shift. The Genoese Expo are over here. Castilia need to shift. And oh no, he's collapsing. He's collapsing. We've got Hellraiser from this side. We've got Doomster coming in from behind. And all these bombard cannons, I think, are going to die. And all the Arbalists are going to die in the center. The castle's going to go down. Mully is going to lose his entire army unless he gets big shots. And the game's paused. I mean, like, come on, man. We're reaching the climax here. We're at the peak. Bro, why does the game have to be paused at a moment like this? Why? Jeez. Elite Skirmisher coming in on that particular archer range. Nice. Yuppei is transitioning into Elite Skirm. Dragonstar is going crossbow. He's getting the armor upgrade for cavalry. Dragonstar can't really decide what to do, but the Halbs, I guess, are a decent meat shield. We now have Halbs here from SMR, and he's played... I think SMR has had a really good game here in Game 7. And you can see him, like, he's still got the galleys all over the islands. They're complaining about the lag. All of these Arbalists getting cleared up. Genoese Expo coming back across. This castle's finally going to go down, and Hellraiser can start working on this triple castle stack over here. 67 Genoese Expo. And that's basically the thing that's keeping Finland in the game right now. But he's going to lose a lot of them. Yep. See you later. And the Elite Skirm upgrade did not come in. The Elite Skirm upgrade did not come in. Yuppei is sitting at 69 villagers. He's going for double blacksmith at home. University. No resources basically coming in for him. And it needs to research Elite Skirm again, as these castles are now being trebbed down from Hellraiser. Japanese towers supporting everything. Custilier looking for a good fight to take. It looks like Doomster is slowly running out of gold, so he's shifting on the Hussar now. And it's another big fight. But it feels like it's going to be a big clear up for India. Is this the last gasp of Finland? Remember, SMR is still over here on this side. Dragonstar is teching into every single thing in the game. And now going for commander and crossbows. And the army numbers for Finland are gonna start to fall. They're really gonna start to fall. More gold available over on this side, but it looks like it's basically under control of Teal right now, and you can see how hectic it is, right? Bomber cannons just being thrown into the towers. Can't afford that one. Also, SMR still just surrounding everything here. And he's pushing on this side. He's got 3 trebs now. He can bring his Arbalists forward. Get into the eco finally from Amalius. Doomster now kind of not supporting Hellraiser anymore. Now he's sending the Hussars. So Hellraiser had to hold there. And he has lost his trebs that were forward attacking these castles. So the hold is in from Ant-Man. Ant-Man also going for fast fire ships. This could be big, right? A lot of these Indian players have fish still. I guess not. Not that many. But fast fires, small investment. Gonna catch up on the eco count a little bit. You can see the eco count right now, not that far ahead for India. Dragonstar has so many idols. He does. Yeah, he's got... what? Can't see the idle villager count there, but he's got a lot. Okay, they're not idle anymore. He's trying to get in a transport ship. Yeah, get in. You need pop space anyway. Get in. Bomber cannon's pushing forward from Dragonstar. Still has a decent economy after losing all that stuff at home. Speaking of at home for the Finnish team. Most of the resources completely denied. Push over here. Looks like it's still going well for SMR. We got the bombard cannons here to support from Dragonstar. We got some trebs as well, and the Halbs are coming forward to clear up the Hussar. Pushing the center. Ant-Man is still kind of holding, but he's down to 9 Genoese Expo. And the military count for Finland. The economy just can't keep up with the production that they're asking from it. I think India's taken this one. In a game 5. Finland really, really wants to do it. They played so well this whole tournament. But I think it just might be curtains. I think it just might be over for Finland. 70 military now, 68 military. India steamrolling. Dragon Star coming forward with more bomber cannons. We got trebuchets pushing from behind. Yupe trying to do what he can with skirmishers. The Yupe, ever since he lost the water early, he's been in a really rough position. Man, Hellraiser has played so well this game. Other than that first TC that kind of got denied, he supported on water with his fires, right? Got up to Imperial Age at a reasonable time, went for mega Arbalest production. He's held this middle area and pushed this middle area forever. And now he apparently just wants to get rid of his skirms and prevent the villagers from repairing. He's just going to dive into 3 castles. It's fine. He needs pop space. He's out. He's popped. It's fine. Look at this in the back too. Castilier putting in work. We had keeps here from our Italians player. They're trying to set up the trade, Finland. They're not giving up. They're not giving up. And their army count is back up to 126 somehow. Our Malay player now going for thalassocracy so he can get harbors. And he's going to get these set up along the shorelines. And Muli is back into the game with an army. It's an army of trash. He's Byzantines. Just going to spam. Oh boy. Castilier are back. Finally got some gold. Castilier are back, and they're clearing up everything in Finland. They're going to lose these 2 castles here. They can't hold on this side. On this side, they're also losing army. I think it's time to call it, boys. More harbors coming in from our Malaya player. They're so cheap. And look at that. Look at that. 6 trebs working away on the castles. 1 goes down. Castilier killing everything. Arbalest pushing up. Skirm's pushing up. We're back. Don't worry about it. Minor F. The economies for Finland at home. Super rough. Oh my god. 43 farms. Wow. They're fighting, guys. Finland's fighting on. They have 2 castles left in the center area, and Muli calls the GG. India takes it. India is going to the finals of the Silver League of Nations Cup against Poland. And it was... I think this is like one of the best sets we watched in Nations Cup so far. India takes this one 3-2. Great teamwork from them. Finland, amazing teamwork as well. We've seen what they're capable of, this Finnish team, this Finland B squad. They were hoping maybe to get to the finals, maybe to have a potential of Finland winning the upper bracket and the lower bracket of Nations Cup. It's not to be, though. Congratulations on making it to the semis. Oh, great job, guys. Great job, Hellraiser, as well. Fantastic game from him. SMR coming back in a big way. In a big way. He held off Yupe for a long time, and then he just completely surrounded the islands from the enemy. He got to the middle and up to Castle Age at a reasonable time, and then had that push coming from the side. SMR probably like India's weakest player, right? We saw him struggle in other instances, but he showed up when it mattered. Dragon Star, amazing snipes on the fish. And you could see it particularly with Muli. Like, he really, really struggled early with Byzantines. He couldn't hit his timing to Castle Age. Couldn't hit his timing to Imperial Age. Really, really struggled there. But yeah, great job, India. Let's go. Doomster also fantastic eco, and he played really well too. Cool thing about this Indian team, like they don't even need Dragonstar to carry, which is what you would think, right? He's the most known player there. Got a couple other guys that can do the job.